Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go. I got you, son. I got you, son. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now. A very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that goes for a gain of 31. They'll run here with Ingram. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 71 yards. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Deshaun Watson, he's a lot of fun to watch in the pocket, but when he's forced out of the pocket like that, he can make those big plays downfield.
Almost a bad thing when you're pass rushing and you force a Deshaun Watson out of the pocket. He creates extra time. He has the poise to keep his eyes downfield and locate receivers, and it turns into a little bit of a scramble drill for the defensive back. Where is everyone? And Deshaun Watson finds his target for a big, big play.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
A gain of 21 yards. Come on, baby. Let's go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
The 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First down, Ravens.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Second and 12 at the Texans' 19-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
Tied 7-7.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken short. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
Hey, 31! Hey, 54!
They are going for it. Here's Watson. He's letting this one go for full. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Check 37. Check 37. Alert 3. Alert 3. Whip.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Jackson on first down. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Jackson, and this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Nick Boyle there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. Check back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep for Hop, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 74 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Check 24.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nick Boyle with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short.
Let's go. Let's do it.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Check three, check three. Safe. Alert! Go!
Watson now, throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
54! That's it! 55! 31! Kill! Hold the look, hold!
Throwing on 3rd and long, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught inside the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this from 37. Fairbairn able to put this one through. So yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
We got this.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. To throw is Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On third down, Mark Ingram. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 52 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Jihad Ward picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, 24. Watch the car. Watch the car. 41's coming. 41. They're scared.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. People who kept it on the ground.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. There he goes left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 59 yards. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Ravens have got it. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said,
and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Watch the slant. Come on. Hey, 41's Mike. 41's Mike. Bring it. 41's coming. 41's the Mike. All day. Just like that. Just like that. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Quarterback, don't get nervous.
Zoom, zoom.
Begin to tear you up.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson on first down. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To the air yet again. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Check 9, check 9.
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. Steps away. And he's got Snead. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Well, that last run for a first down, it really should be the last straw for the defense. I don't care how many they've had in the box. They need to add more people.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, turn it up. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. All day, baby, all day.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They'll take over
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
And 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Slam.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
You got it.
Pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check 24. Pause. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Letting one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Check 4. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up. 41 Mike. Right here, 41 Mike.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Watson now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. And it's 3rd down.
Texans fans, because it's 3rd down.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Get in the weight room.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Check. Deuce.
This time, Jackson will throw it, sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Roberts has it. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the time they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
57's a Mike. 57's a Mike. Cut. Hey, check Mike.
One last throw here for Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep